guys, Mrs. Clark here. Sorry if you hear my dog barking in the background. He's staring out the living room window, just watching the neighborhood right now. This week's phonics lesson is on Greek roots. We have talked about Greek and Latin roots previously in the year, so you probably have a little bit of background knowledge on it. But just a reminder, so when you're talking about root words, it's a piece of a word, and so Greek and Latin roots, they have specific meanings, and the meaning of those roots can help you determine the meaning of a word that you don't already know the meaning of. So on this next slide, I have a list of Greek roots and their meanings. I know it's a pretty long list. You're going to want to get pen, pencil, piece of paper, and notebook to write these down. I'm going to go through them pretty quickly, so you'll probably, after I go through, you're going to want to pause the video just to catch up and get them written down. So you can refer to this list when we're doing the practice and when you're doing your worksheet and the game that go along with this lesson. So the first one, you might see it as ASTR or ASTER. Either way, it's going to mean star. Photo means light. Tele means far off. Auto means self. Phon or phone means sound. Myth means beliefs. Graph means right. Hydro means water. Naut means ship. Bio means life. Therm means heat. And geo means earth. So go ahead and pause the video to get caught up and get these all written down, and then come back and join. Okay, moving on to the next slide, I'm going to go through a few words with you just to show you how to kind of determine what the Greek root is in a word, and then use the meaning of that root to help you determine the meaning of that word. So the first one is astrology. We know that ASTR means star, and in the past we've learned that this suffix right here, the LOGY, means the study of. So that tells us that this word astrology means the study of stars. Autograph, we know auto means self and graph means write. So you might think of that as self-write, and you're like, that doesn't really make sense. But your background knowledge probably tells you that if you get an autograph from a famous person, that you got their signature on a piece of paper and a notebook or something. So an autograph means to write your own name. That's yourself. Next word is hydropower. So we know that this Greek root hydro means water. And then power, we should know what the word power means. So that tells me if something is hydropowered, it's powered by water. Mythology. We know that myth means beliefs. And again, just like astrology, we know that the suffix LOGY means the study of. So mythology is the study of beliefs. Thermometer. So we know that therm means heat. So, and then this right here, this meter, that's refers to a measurement system. So a thermometer is going to measure the temperature of something. And I'm sure you're all familiar with thermometers when you're sick and you have to have your temperature taken. You use a thermometer, whether it go in your mouth or your ear or your forehead. That's going to measure. Okay, so now it's going to be your turn to practice. So make sure you have your pen, pencil ready, and a piece of paper and notebook. When you see the word come up, I'll read the word for you, and I want you to write it down and go ahead and determine what the Greek root is in that word, and then refer back to your list that you wrote down to figure out the meaning of that Greek root, and then I want you to write down the meaning of that word based on your knowledge of Greek roots. So your first word is geology. So go ahead and pause the video so you can take as much time as you need to go ahead and figure out the meaning of this word. Okay, welcome back. So let's work through this together. Geo, we know, means earth. And then again, this L-O-G-Y, sorry, L-O-G-Y refers to the study of something. So geology is the study of earth. Okay, so your next word is telegraph. Let's go ahead and pause your video and work through that one and then come back. Okay, welcome back. So this one has two Greek roots in it. We know tele means far off and graph means right. So telegraph is something that was used before telephones became popular. Um, so if graph means to write and tele means far off, that is to send a written message to someone that's far away. Next word, dehydrate. Okay, so let's go over this one. Um, the Greek root is hydro. So we don't see hydro in this word, but we do see this H-Y-D-R. So we know that this is going to refer to water. And then you see this prefix D right here. So you should be able to determine that dehydrate means that it's something is without water or it's lacking water. If you're dehydrated, that means you're really thirsty, you don't have enough water in your body, you need to drink. Next word, autobiography. Go ahead and work through that one. Okay, welcome back. Autobiography. I see three Greek roots in this word, auto, bio, and graph. So one at a time, we'll go through these. Auto means self. So we know that this word's referring to something to do with oneself. Bio means life. So it's something to do with your own life. And then graph means to write. So I can determine with these three Greek roots that an autobiography must mean when someone writes something about their own life. Oops, I don't know why it gave me both of these at one time. Let's see. Oh well. So go through these last two, mythical and photograph. Go ahead and pause it and then we'll go through both of these. Okay. When we look at the word mythical, we see the Greek root myth, which we know refers to beliefs. Um, so when I see the word mythical, I think of like a mythical creature like a unicorn. Um, and I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, so I immediately think of the different mythical creatures in Harry Potter. So mythical means something that's make believe. It's not doesn't exist in real life. Or it might be talking about a mythical story where it's a myth is something you kind of believe in, but we know it's not real. And then the last one, photograph, we see two Greek roots here. We know photo refers to light, and then graph refers to write. So this one, the word graph doesn't, it's not like cut and dry. It's not, okay, this means write something down. A photograph, we know, is like a picture that you take with your camera, and then you have it printed, and that's kind of where that graph comes in. So when you take a picture, you need light, and you might have the flash on your camera, and that's where the light part comes in when cameras were first invented. Um, there was a big light with it that was used to take the picture. So that's where that photo part came in. And then the graph is talking about actually printing out the picture. Okay. Now for your assignments, you have first this Greek root spelling game where you would sort these into the correct column. And then you have this Greek roots worksheet here. Make sure you have your list handy of what all these Greek roots mean. All right, guys, that is it for this lesson. Have a good day.